Wait, hold on. Wait, this is your stream. You should. Do you want to intro?
I'm down for it. All right, let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
Hey,
I'm ready.
wait. Okay. Hey,
Sorry.
wait, I'm Hada. Oh, hey, Jesse. I'm here to tell you what's happening in Melee. What's up, man?
Let's go, Hada. We're on your stream, twitch.tv/Hey Hada. For those of you who wouldn't join us live in the future, it'll be on Hada's stream sometimes moving forward, which I'm super excited about. Hello, chat. Hello, Hada. How you doing tonight?
What's up? What's up? You know, I'm chilling. Had some spaghetti for dinner. There's a cat right here. So breakfast cam.
Breakfast is here.
Breakfast is here. She's chilling. She's big stretch. Oh, that's a good stretch. Breakfast. Okay.
Oh, that's a great stretch.
All right, good job, Breck. Anyway, so yeah, we're hanging out. We're talking about Melee. We might play some friendlies after, so that's why I've got the good old Slippi booted up. So also,
let's go.
That's my IGN. So if you ever run into a fake Hada, that's actually what my tag is. So you know. But there's also a secret secondary Hada account, which if you run into that, it's sorry, I'm probably playing Marth and trying to cheese you, but
I'm getting lost in the sauce with the Mars secondary account for sure. I've gotten lost and sauced in that account.
Yeah, it happens. But we're here to have a good time. So we were talking in the pre-recording, and Jesse apparently has some pretty spicy news to deliver to me. He said he saw something on Twitter and he got lost in it. What's going on, man?
Okay, so this is what I was getting a little bit lost in the sauce with. I'm going to send you the link right now, and it is stream safe. So if you want to bring it up on your stream, you can do that if you want to. I'm sending you the link now. I want to give credit to the person who put this out.
Shit.
I want
to
give credit
about this
to Frank Borden at @FrankBorden_ on Twitter for sharing Slippi Lab, where you can do all sort of stuff on my Slippi Lab. I uploaded our one of the last games that we played the last time we were doing our friendly session, Hada. I was able to go up 2 stocks, I think, against your Peach, and I was freaking out and I was going, oh my gosh, am I gonna do this? Am I gonna take a game off of Hada's Peach? Which I think you were I don't even think you were playing on box. I think you were doing your GCC Peach.
Yeah.
And of course, we have to discount a bunch of things. It's online, all that other stuff, okay? So I wasn't feeling myself super hard, not gonna subtweet you again, but I was really excited, and so I can pull it up here on slippylab.com, and I can see all sort of cool little things like crouch cancels, grab punishes, shield grab attempts. You can go frame by frame by doing the period and comma thing, going backwards or forwards.
That's epic.
And what's really slick about this is that it's sort of a training mode filter. The best way for me to describe it to those of you who have not seen it yet, although you should definitely take your Slippi files and go onto slippylab.com and just play. You can basically see it from the perspective of everything graphics wise being wiped away except for the bare essentials. It's sort of like Diet Melee, but to an even further extreme, because it's really truly only the absolute necessary details that you need to see. But you can go by frame here. You can scroll around backwards and forwards, and everything in terms of being understandable, even with all the pretty graphics being wiped away, is still very understandable. And I've come to really enjoy looking at this, even in the first 20 minutes of my learning about how this works. I'm just seeing all kinds of cool stuff, and I'm excited to be able to look at some of my Slippi matches on here specifically, because I always felt like, I don't want to say that the launcher file reviewer was basic, but I don't know, I feel like this gives you a lot more control, and
Right.
It looks really sweet. So I'm just going to be stuck on this for a little bit, I think.
Yeah, it seems like it has a lot of cool utility. I know I saw something. I didn't have the time to click into it. We were just going to I saw it in the car on the way to the dog park. So Luca got some energy out, which was awesome. Got to play with a bunch of other pups. But yeah, I didn't have the chance to super dive into it. But from what I can tell, I mean, yeah, there are going to be some lab monsters. Chef Rockman. There's going to be Fiction, Ginger. UK Falcon, Sechi, like players like that are gonna go absolutely hog wild in this tool and gonna get so much utility out of it. I'm really excited to see how
Whoa,
much more
whoa.
this opens up.
Hada, it will display your invincibility frames, so you can see how crispy your ledge dashes are. If you're a fox, for example, and you want to see how crispy was the ledge dash, how much glint did I have, you can very clearly see, oh, I had 2 frames left over glint when I got my shine in. I'm just goated with the sauce like that. Or if you're like me, I'll be like, oh, that was such a bad ledge dash that I thought I had invincibility frames, but it turns out I did not for 20 solid frames before I got hit. So like you could see that. Oh, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be super exciting. So we do have a couple more things to dive into. I know Shine's coming up. We have a lot of cool developments with Shine, as well as I want to give a huge shout out to Wolfpack, which is a esports organization picking up 2 of some of the fastest growing space animal players, especially if you're from the Midwest. Zamu and Slowking, number 1 player in Iowa and the number 1 player in Arkansas, both getting sponsored by Wolfpack. So shout outs to the 2 new wolves out in the pack, and so hopefully they're going to be repping that team very well with the upcoming tournaments. I'm not sure when their next appearances are going to be, but I know at least with Zamu's been doing a lot of work at the salt mine, as well as going to last stock against Bobby Big Balls for the Galint Gaming Grand Finals. So, and on top of all of that, throwing his hand in the ring for some commentary blocks over at the Salt Mine as well. So, Salt Mine champion, Salt Mine commentator, as well as 2nd place at the Galint Melee Summer Open. So, Zamu definitely a great pickup. And of course, Slowking, if you're a Midwest Melee player, you know how good Slowking is. Slowking's been the king of Iowa for a very, very long time. And yeah, Dave getting sponsored up. So, big shout outs to Dave. And got some really cool new sponsored players out there. So, let's see what they can do with these upcoming majors.
Hopefully they can do doubles brackets together at a certain point. I'd love to see that. I would also love to give another shout out to Zamu, who's getting out there, also starting a new podcast. And I think I want to say it's Fox and Friends, and it's Zamu with Shabo. Yes. So big shout outs to the newest Melee podcast. I'll be taking a listen. I listened today to another new Melee podcast that has only had 1 episode come out so far, but it's 2 people in the SoCal area interviewing Eddie Mexico. Now I'm having a hard time remembering both of the hosts' name. One was Foxy, not to be confused with Foxy Grandpa, who's Aklo's brother, but this is Foxy and some other person who I feel really bad that I'm forgetting your name right now. I apologize, but called the Drinking Alone podcast. So hopefully we'll be able to see some more episodes come out of that, because I am a very enthusiastic Melee podcast listener. I've listened to all of them, even a few episodes of Bad Melee, which is, by the way, if you listen to The Yard, go back and listen to the first episode of Bad Melee, because you'll be so confused. You'll be like, Slime sounds like the person who he's grown to hate. Just something for you to go back and listen to, because I think you'll discover that to be the case. Anyway, congrats to Zamu and Slowking for getting sponsored. Hopefully Wolfpack doubles be able to make some run in doubles brackets or something, and be able to continue to grow individually in their singles careers as well.
That'd be super, super epic. So thinking about the next major tournament we do have is Shine 2022. And thinking about it, you have some pretty interesting developments and potential for some conversation. I know I was watching Moki's stream earlier this week, and Moki was checking in on Zain, seeing that Zain's been doing solo practice and games with top players for 5 hours straight, and he goes, dude, I'm glad I'm not going to Shine. If I'm Mango, if I'm HBox, if I'm Jmook, and I'm seeing how much Zain is grinding, oh man, dude, I don't want to meet up with that guy in bracket. Oh, doggy.
Okay, so that's the basic rule of thumb for me. If I hear little about or from Zain, I assume Zain is just in the cave, just doing work. I think Zain actually went to the cave, by the way, which is one of the locals in the Fairfax, Virginia area, and won, although got upset in winners finals or something by another player coming out of the cave, Ahmad, I think. Can't remember the tag specifically, but that was a thing that happened earlier this week, so you know that Zain's grinding. But I'm looking forward to seeing who can challenge Zain, who can challenge Mango and Hungrybox. Those would be the 3 players that I think of immediately as potential Shine winners. But we also have players like Jay Mook, who is still knocking on the door for that first major win. You also have players like Polish, Kadoran, Slug, Ginger, S2J, Magi, and Axe, who's now making a little bit of a surge of momentum here, especially coming off a 5th place finish at Shine. And then also Crudo, who also had a top 8 finish at SmashCon, hoping to make a run here as well. But I look to Mango and Hungrybox and Zain as the top 3 players, and I am just having a hard time letting go of what I've been struggling with this entire time. Hada, how many times have I said that Zain's gonna win, and then Zain doesn't win? I feel like a Mango fan all of a sudden, because people always say, oh, Mango's gonna win, and then Mango won't win for 6 months straight, but then he'll win and everything's good again, like it has since he won SmashCon. But what happened to Zain? And I feel so bad for Zain, because you know that for all of the pandemic, it's just so unfortunate that we didn't get to have IRL events for over a year and a half. But now that we've actually been able to have them again, Zain has not dominated like a lot of people thought he would be able to do once all these big tournaments started to come back. So I want Zain to win. I'm hoping, I feel like it's got to be Zain's tournament, right. But that's the problem. I can't land on Zain and feel 100% comfortable. Also, I feel like I'm jinxing him somehow. I just feel like all of a sudden it's slowly, everyone's looking around in the room, and it's like a game of either the Mafia or the, I keep wanting to say Fortnite. I apologize. What's that game that everybody played during the pandemic with the space people? Oh gosh.
Among Us?
Among Us. Yeah, everybody's starting to look at me now as if I'm the problem. That's what I feel in my brain. But nobody knows who I am, so that's why I need to let go of that.
You gotta keep.
But
who do you got
for winning Shine?
You know, I think you put it on the nose when you said, you know, every 6 months you're due for a Mango win. You know, we just got one at SmashCon. So I'm not, you know, I would love to see it back to back. That'd be dope. God, you know, I feel like I say it a lot too. I think Zain is always looking hot. Zain's always a good potential. HBox, you know, taking Wave Dash as well as Gommel. One of the Canadian tournaments. Gommel. I think so.
Sorry, I stopped paying attention to what you're saying for a second there.
Which Canadian tournament did HBox win? Was it Gommel or was it Battle of BC?
It was Gommel, because that was the reverse IBDW pop-off.
Yes, it was.
And Battle BC4 was Sheik, the Sheik of Leffen over Zain.
Yeah, that was sick.
Leffen Sheik, excuse me.
So, you know, I can never feel all that strongly about Zain winning. Just the ever-looming threat of Jmook to absolutely throttle, you know, some of the best players in the world, not even character dependent. I think, you know, I'm gonna say it right now. Jake's due. Jake's gotten a bunch of second places. He's gotten a lot of top 8s, a lot of top 4s. Let's go. I think it's been a rare case where we haven't seen him in top 4. I don't think there has been a major tournament where he hasn't at least been in top 4. I think he's gotten 5th maybe once. So it's I think Jake is due. I really think he is. And I think it'd be sick. You know, you have HBox, who he's taking to Game 5 and thinking about just every set that he's played, I think with the exception of 1 or 2, online or otherwise. He's beaten Zain. He's beaten Mango. I'm pretty sure he could beat Axe. You know, Magi or some of the Falcos, you know, some of the up-and-coming Falcos might be something interesting to watch out for. But I want to see a Jmook dub. That'd be so sick. You know what? While we're talking about that, I'm whipping out the Hada Sheik, and we're going to see if I win this game with my secondary Sheik, Jmook's winning. Jmook's winning it right now.
Just going into unranked.
Here we go. All right, keep talking.
Okay, so aside from the winner of Shine, we also should definitely talk about, because this tournament runs fairly deep. Let's talk about people who are on the bubble for top 8. So, according to the projected bracket, we're supposed to see a Hungrybox win, which is wild, by the way. The Hungrybox with the number 1 seed. I'm still landing on Zain overall, but I would say if Hungrybox and Zain meet, it'll be Zain winning, and it'll be solid, because Zain is definitely not going to let what happened at SmashCon happen again. And I say that Zain takes that back. Who threatens Zain is Mango, because I think not because Mango just won a tournament, but I think that if Mango with what he said was true, which was he wanted to play against Zain at SmashCon. So I think that Mango's still hungry for a Zain win. Maybe not necessarily hungry for playing against Hungrybox 2 different times in the bracket, one time in winners and one time in losers, or in twice in grand finals. I don't think he's hungry for that again. I think he'll get impatient and start to run in a lot more. But against Zain, I expect Mango to be the winner there. That's just a prediction for me. But other than that, let's look at players who are on the bubble. So they're actually going to have top 12 play out on Sunday, which is cool. It's not just top 8, get a couple extra players in there. And according to the projections, Ginger, Magi, Crudo, and Axe are your bubble players for top 8. There would be losing to Slug, S2J, Kadorn, and Polish. And I'm so interested in the fact that Slug is seeded to make top 8, and even to take a set over S2J as of now. That's what the bracket projects. So this is going to look different when Sunday actually comes around. But Slug being someone to not only possibly make top 8, is projected to make top 8, but maybe even making a little bit of a deeper run. It just depends on what all happens during top 48. Which, if I go to top 48, it's divided into 2 different sections. So 24 player brackets, there's 2 of them. I'm just going to break this down a little bit here, where did Slug go? Okay, there's Slug. I found Slug. Slug is supposed to lose to Jmook, and that makes sense because Ices versus Sheik, the Sheik not having to worry about wobbling. It's fairly straightforward, I feel like, so that makes sense. But then meanwhile, you have players like Lucky and Null, Toussaint, Swooper, and B-Bats, who are all supposed to miss out on top 8, running up just short in some of the losers rounds of top 48, which is so crazy to me because these are players who, especially I'm thinking of Swooper, B-Bats, and Toussaint, who are players who can win events like Creed, or obviously all the nightclubs, other events in New Jersey. And then when it comes to the big players showing up at a major such as Shine, are going to fall short. But if we can have a player like Wally upset Zain at SmashCon, then maybe perhaps one of these players are ones you could look at to say, nope, it's not going to be out at 17th this time. Swooper's going all the way to top 8. Like, it would be so fun to see something like that happen. But also other players who are supposed to be going, who are going to miss out on top 8 as of now. Players like Chem, Spark, Skurzo, Mech, Salt, Wally, who I just shouted out, and J-Flex. These are also, again, players who, on the right day, under the right circumstances, of course, that's where you can really make some moves. And how funny would it be if you had a nice run from somebody like Chem or Skurzo, but they're all supposed to play each other allegedly in losers as of now, so they all can't make it. So whatever ends up happening, I'm super excited about the possibility of somebody like Salt just going on a real tear and making it all the way to top 8, and then from there you never know what's going to happen, or I should say make it to top 12. But all the players in top 48 are all players that I recognize and hope to see some good stuff out of. I also want to give a shout out to Melee Stats because they're sponsoring a few players like Sharp, and I'm gonna say this wrong, Abba, and Grab. So there's a lot of MS in the bracket, so you love to see it. Let's go Melee Stats. And then if I had to pick somebody, I think I would go back to Salt to be someone to surprise everyone and just keep winning and winning. But playing against people like J-Flex or Ginger, it would be very difficult to, as of now, say, oh yeah, Salt is definitely going to go on a loser's tear and make it all the way to top 12. So we shall see. Hada, how did your game go?
I lost, but I'm doing a run back against another player because I don't want to. I'm gonna say if I win a convincing game, if I do something cool, James winning. There's an asterisk. I'm losing to the Smarth player named #1776.
It's not looking good for Jmook to win Shine 2022.
It's really not. And I'm sorry, Jake. It's my bad. Okay, so what I will say about Jmook, an esports organization just put out a history of Jmook documentary style video. Very, very well done. I will say I watched it last night. Very, very entertaining, very informative. And I need an edge guard.
Okay,
no.
you go ahead and edgeguard. I haven't watched that video yet, but I also want to give a shout out to a video here. We had basically a video about Donkey Kong and why Donkey Kong is super cool. Basically, I think that Melee Sad Post did a video about Bum, who was an old school MLG era Donkey Kong. But then this was like an unofficial sequel. I'll be sure to link it in the description of this podcast episode. So those of you who haven't already seen it, although I'm sure you have, can go and check it out. It combines Chicagoland Melee with Donkey Kong, the DK pick, if you will. Now, that's a little bit of a play on situations. It's not that, so get your mind out of the gutter, but that's the whole point, is to make you think. Donkey Kong counter picks, if you will, or just picking the character in general, because why not embrace the Donkey Kong? So was a very fun video that I watched. I'm super excited to possibly interview the maker of that video. I'm hoping, we shall see, but I wanted to give a shout outs to shout outs to Wustoons, Dr. Hunk, at Wustoons on Twitter, if you want to go check that out.
Okay, so this is actually a lot harder to play a podcast at the same time than I've been trying to. Just because I really want to win, because I don't want to curse Jmook, but I ran into Kevbro, and this is really difficult. I realized I'm playing on my main account, and this is bad.
That's unfortunate.
This actually has good players on it.
Yes, because at this time of day, this is the perfect time for everybody to be playing Melee. And so even with your alternate accounts on Slippi, with your MMR, you're still, or hidden MMR, you get it, you're still running into good players.
Yeah.
And I know that the Sheik is not 100% polished. I know that there are some things that you're still trying to implement, Hada, so it makes sense that you're currently struggling a little bit. But maybe you'll be able to turn it around.
I'm losing to Kevbro's Mario!
Never mind. You are not turning around. Jmook is getting is going to finish outside of top 8 now.
No, Jmook, I'm sorry.
Let's look at Jmook's
Dude,
path
Kevbro's
to...
fucking me up. I'm not even going to lie. His Mario's shitting on me.
So Jmook has to play in winner's quarters. In top 48, has to play against Null and then Slug, who we talked about earlier. I don't know, that's pretty straightforward. Oh, and then in top 12, Jmook is supposed to go up against Zain, and actually is seeded to lose against Zain. Wait, what? Hold up. Why would... What? Yo, wait a second. Hold up. They're not putting respect on my man's Jmook. They're seeding Jmook to lose against Zain? Okay, fine. Zain probably is also grinding the Sheik. Zain will be ready for Jmook. Zain will be ready for Hungrybox. But probably, and I say probably, is going to be ready for Mango, but I am hoping that Zain is not ready for Mango, and we get to have a banger Mango versus Zain set that goes in Mango's favor. But yeah, Zain seeded to beat Jmook feels weird to me, because Jmook has the head-to-head edge at the moment, but that's neither here nor there. I'm excited to see top 12, however it goes. But Jmook doesn't have... What's the best way to say this? If Null beats Jmook, that would be a very big upset. Very, very big. No disrespect to Null, but that would be insane.
Sick. Geo's so good.
Yes.
Yes. You know, something cool that Geo's been up to. I think it was Battle of BC 4. He was up 2-0 to HBox, then forced HBox to do a crazy reverse 3-0, and then earned an HBox pop-off that got a slipper, a flip-flop thrown across the room, and hit some poor unsuspecting smasher playing a friendly.
Was it? Oh yeah, that's right. Somebody tried to catch it, but they dropped it. Yep.
Yeah.
I watched that Toph video about the let's not have. Ooh, look at those up airs. I'm watching myself get an early lead on your Peach. Yep. Because I'm really enjoying. Again, people need to go check this out. This will also be in the description. SlippyLab.com.
I can't ledge dash. I'm sorry, Jmook.
This is unfortunate. Okay, so another good reason why it would be awesome to see Jmook win is because they're not necessarily seeded to run against each other until winners finals if all goes according to plan for Hungrybox and Jamin to play. So by that time, they're both guaranteed top 3, so they're probably going to have to play each other at least in a couple of sets. And for Jmook to not only beat Hungrybox once, but possibly twice, that would place a tremendous stamp, as well as beating everybody else, would be the best Shine scenario, because if they both make it to winners finals, which they're not seeded to both make it. Hungrybox is seeded to make winners finals, but not Jmook. But if they both meet there and Jmook wins, or if Jmook gets the run back in grands by beating Hungrybox twice, that would just be, whew, that'd be insane. And that's why if Jmook wins Shine 2022, it won't be because he dodged Hungrybox. He's almost certain to play against Hungrybox, because if we know one thing about the I guess someone who wants to make a case for being the second GOAT behind Mango, Hungrybox winning a few more majors, and we're gonna start to talk about that. By the way, Hada, just to let you know, a little bit of preview. When Hungrybox wins a couple of more majors or super majors, it doesn't even have to be this year. We're gonna start talking about Hungrybox being number 2. But anyway, if you want to win a tournament for the first time, a major like this, Jmook has the perfect bracket to make it happen, because it'll be against Zain, Hungrybox, possibly Mango, or possibly not. But the point is that it'll be emphatically saying, I beat the players that I could have lost to, but I still beat them anyway. And that's the part that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, I think Jmook has a solid amount of potential, and that's why I'm really trying to win a game. But Bob Ross, the Falcons, making it difficult.
I just, every time you say exactly what's happening, it's so much parody. You're losing to this player, and then now you're having a hard time ledge dashing against this player, and I feel so sorry.
Peach, I don't ledge dash.
No, you're playing Peach now? Wait,
no.
what?
No, I'm saying I play Peach. I don't know how to ledge dash. My character doesn't ledge dash.
Your character does. Didn't you see the new?
Yeah,
didn't you see the new Awesome Sauce video?
It's like frame perfect. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, but you know that somebody like Laud or Polish is gonna start doing it, and then it's on the rest of you to catch up, right?
I mean, ideally, there was a day. God, I lost to Bob Ross.
Oh no!
He's painting all the little trees, But final thing that I want to at least give some credence to is shout outs to the We Need Some Space 3 team out of Indianapolis. It was an awesome regional that got a double-ended victory from Fiction. Fiction, a visiting player, teaming with JFlex, won teams, as well as won singles grands against Grab in grand finals. Grab taking it over JFlex earlier in the bracket. Hang on, I'm about to get this edge card. Oh, that was a Jmook reverse fair. Let's go, Jake. He's winning. He's winning the tournament. He's winning Shine.
Let's go.
Dude, he's winning it. He's winning it. He's winning it. And I just gotta not choke. That was such a sick
It's official now.
Oh.
I have got to stop landing on the stage with my side Bs, by the way. Like, that's what I'm learning watching. Well, I have to do a lot of things different, but that's one of the things that I'm learning.
No, why did I down smash? Okay, Mr. Pibb. Why are these names so weird?
Mr. Pip sounds like somebody who wants to be Pipsqueak and has watched a lot of Pipsqueak's videos on how to tech chase, and probably will say to all of their friends, by the way, if you watch Pipsqueak's video on how to do this, you will realize that it's actually easy to tech chase, and all you got to do is lab it. I can't believe I blew this game against you, by the way.
Mr. Pibb. Like the soda.
Oh yeah, I have not had a Mr. Pibb in quite some time. That feels like
love Mr. Pibb.
It doesn't taste like Dr. Pepper, or am I remembering wrong?
It's very similar to Dr. Pepper.
Yep. Okay, so what's your favorite soda then? Is it Mr. Pibb?
The OG Mr. Pibb, like the one with natural cane sugar in it, actually fire. I just chained off stage and I got a sick combo, and now Jmook's losing.
Oh no.
All right, I got the dash tech fair. We're all right.
For me, I obviously
no.
want to pick something that has real stuff in it, and even though it's soda, it makes me think that it's healthier. but I'm going to pick the Canada Dry ginger ale. When you have that stuff and it's fresh and it's cold, nothing better. So
I'm just getting kneed by Mr. Pim.
to get in the direction of closing up,
No!
I'm sure that I didn't forget anything. We talked about SlippyLab.com. We talked about Wolfpack Gaming. We talked about Shine. I tried to will a JMook victory live on stream.
I'm trying so
Twitch.tv/Hey Hada.
Oh, dude, if I can beat this link, I can do it. I can do it. Jake,
No,
I'm coming.
Just hear yourself. You're talking about beating a link. You're lucky that save state is in Europe now. Is Sweden, I believe. Yeah, Sweden.
This could be Honey Bear. To be fair, this could be Honey Bear.
Well, yeah. Okay. So
for all I know, this is Honey Bear.
By the way, can you see me? Because as of now, I'm looking at my camera feedback, and
yeah, I can't see you.
Okay. Well, I probably should have been watching my camera more often. I wasn't looking at
it. It's happened very recently. Die. Okay, he's back. Jesse's back, and I lost stock number 1. What if it's Aklo? Dude, it could be Aklo. His tag is I suck.
You know what? That when I see a tag like that, I assume top player. All right, I'm beautifully visible now again.
I'm losing to the link. All right, I got the grab.
Dude, yeah. So I was being nice earlier. The Sheik is.
I'm trying really hard.
I mean, if I can challenge the Sheik, that should tell you all you need to know.
Yo, stay tuned for the bonus content where I literally triple 4-stock Jesse's Fox with my Sheik.
I can't. Oh, okay. Yeah. So
I'm playing on the main account. My MMR is fucked.
For those of you who want to see this again, you're gonna have to not listen to the podcast more because you'll see that it's gonna be over very soon. But what you want to do is go to twitch.tv/Hey Hada and watch me not get 4-stocked a bunch of times by Hada's Sheik and in fact play pretty well and hopefully take a game at some point in the night. That's what I shoot for when I play against Hada because I'm just not super great. Also, I wanted to say one more thing. Millersville University, which is one of the local, there are a surprising amount of college and universities in Lancaster, but we're bringing back at long last an IRL local every week to Millersville University, where students and non-students, I'm a non-student, I do not care about going to school. Anyway, we're all gonna get to have Melee locals back, IRL at long last. And so if you are in Lancaster and are listening to the podcast and are interested, you can go to the 717 Melee Discord. If you really want a link, I can just send you one. Just DM me on Twitter at Cypher003 and I will DM you a link to the 717 Melee Discord. We're all excited in the Discord to finally have some IRL games at Millersville, and it's happening tomorrow night. We're just going to do friendlies this time, do a friendlies bracket, so no prize pod and no blah blah blah. It's just strictly let's kick off the dust off all the CRTs and let's just do this for funsies. And then next week will be the first real weekly of the fall season, and that's going to start to count for our local ranking and everything else. And I'm hoping to get unofficially ranked as the worst player, or at the very least the gatekeeper to the good players. Like, no casual can beat me, but I can't actually beat any of the real players. I'm hoping for something like that. So you can see that not tomorrow night on a Twitch channel, but in the future you'll be able to. And I'll be sure to mention it on next week's episode with Hada. So please continue to stay tuned to the podcast. You can see that we're on a bunch of podcast platforms. We're on YouTube as well at the BSM Pod. If you just do that just about anywhere, Patreon, YouTube, Twitter, and if you look up Autumn and Smash Mountain or BSM Pod, you'll find us just about on all podcast platforms. And if you say to yourself, that's too many links to remember, it's okay, I got you. Linktree/Cypher003. It'll give you every link that you could possibly want related to this podcast. And Hada, we're live on your channel, but you also got a YouTube channel. You got stuff in the works. Tell me what's happening with you, and then we'll get out of here.
I'm going to be reviewing combo clips with Pelipper in the next week to put together a dual montage. And hopefully I will be able to make Daddy JMook proud of me one day. And that will never happen. I gotta like work on making like Jada proud of me, and then J-Flex, and then J-Mook. And eventually Sheik Dad will be so proud of me. But it's really hard right now. At Hey Hada on all the socials. If you want, I'm gonna be posting more dog things. Like I have a lot of cute photos and videos of dog.
Luca.
We love Luca. We love Breakfast Cat.
Breakfast.
I am losing to a Sheik now named Mexican Ghost. I need to not challenge myself when I'm playing on the main account. Like,
Yeah.
these are actual players, and it's making me upset. Like, I could have like won like so many friendlies on the secondary account by now, but now I'm just like really upset now. I'm sorry, Jake. I'm so sorry. That first edgeguard on stock one of that gets that Falcon was sick though, because I got a reverse fair. It was so good. Oh, I didn't.
I'm ready to have Hada take out all of his frustrations on me.
Mexican Ghost just tech chase rested me.
Oh,
Jesus,
no.
Jake, Jake. I took all the bad Sheik energy out, and now you're gonna win. J-Mook's winning, Shine, because I took all the bad Sheik energy out of the universe. So now J-Flex to make a top 8, and J-Mook's winning it. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh, let's go.
I've tricked all of you. I got the sick edge guard, so there's gonna be a cool edge guard against a Falcon, and then, you know, now all the Sheik guys are gonna win. It's gonna be sweet.
Let's go.
Next
I'm
time-
looking forward to seeing the run from all of our Sheiks out at Shine 2022. For those of you joining us, thank you so much for doing that, and we will see you next week to talk about Shine and to talk about all things Melee.